All right, everybody, let's dive right in. Today, we are tackling Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers.
Ooh, yeah, Freddy's.
You know those places. They're everywhere these days, those red and white striped havens for steak burgers and custard. And we're going to figure out what's driving their crazy growth and, what makes them different from all the other burger and fries places out there.
Right.
And we have a great video essay to help us break this down.
Yeah, so what's really cool about Freddy's is it's not just about the food. It's also about family and legacy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it all starts with the man himself, Freddy Simon.
Yeah. I was actually really surprised to find out that Freddy's is named after a World War II veteran.
Yeah.
It's not what you expect when you think about like a burger joint.
Yeah, it's a pretty unexpected backstory.
Yeah, right.
And not just any war story. He got a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, so that tells you he saw some serious action.
Oh, wow.
And really exemplified courage. And then after the war, he had a really successful career as a salesman.
Yeah.
So that really honed his people skills.
Okay.
And that natural charisma.
So he wasn't like directly involved in the restaurant business himself though, right?
Not really. In the same way, his sons, Bill and Randy, and their friend Scott Redler,
Right.
they're the actual founders of Freddy's.
Okay.
But they decided to name it after their dad, Freddy, to honor like his values and the kind of welcoming atmosphere that they wanted to create.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like they bottled up his personality, like war hero,
Right.
charming salesman,
Yeah.
and infused it into the whole brand. Like when you walk into a Freddy's, you just feel like you're stepping into a classic family restaurant.
Yeah, totally.
Even though the first one opened in 2002.
Yeah, and they even reinforce that feeling with the decor, the menu. Like, everything just plays into this sense of nostalgia, like classic Americana that really resonates with a lot of people.
For sure.
It's just like a comforting reminder of, like, simpler times.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we've got this great brand image, thanks to Freddy himself. But how did they grow so fast? I mean, they're like everywhere.
Yeah, that's where their franchising strategy comes in. 95% of their locations are franchised.
Wow.
So that's been like a key factor to their rapid expansion.
And this isn't just like any franchising model, right?
Right.
Bill and Randy,
Exactly.
they had experience with Pizza Hut franchising
Yeah.
before they even started Freddy's.
Yeah.
That has to be a huge advantage.
Yeah, a huge advantage for sure. They knew firsthand how a strong franchise model could lead to really fast growth.
Right.
But what sets Freddy's apart is that they learned from the mistakes of other chains.
Oh, yeah.
So they built a system that really prioritizes the franchisee and supporting them and working with them.
So it's not just like, here are the keys,
No,
good luck.
not at all. They're really invested in their success, and they've got this really positive relationship with their franchisees. You don't see a lot of public conflict or complaints from franchisees, which is really unusual in the fast food world. Actually, a lot of the franchisees end up opening multiple locations.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Which tells you that they're pretty happy with the whole system.
That definitely says something.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got this charming backstory.
Right.
We've got this really smart franchising model.
Right.
But I'm thinking there's got to be more to it than that.
Right.
What keeps people coming back?
You're absolutely right. And what really makes them stand out is their commitment to something they call hospitality.
Okay.
And it's more than just good customer service. It's like this genuinely welcoming experience for everyone who comes in.
And they've got the awards to prove it.
Yeah, they do.
They were #1 on Newsweek's America's Best Customer Service list in 2021.
Yeah, and that's reflected in everything they do. Like, they keep the restaurant clean and friendly. They prioritize speed, but not at the expense of quality. But here's the thing that I think is really interesting.
Okay.
They actually hire based on attitude and enthusiasm over skills.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they believe that skills can be taught.
Wait, so they focus more on personality than experience.
Well, right.
Isn't that risky?
It is a little risky.
Yeah.
But Freddy's invests heavily in training.
Yeah.
Okay. So they've got a system that ensures that even new hires meet their quality standards.
Okay.
They're kind of betting on the idea that it's harder to teach genuine enthusiasm and a positive attitude than it is to teach someone how to flip a burger.
Yeah. And you know what? It seems like the bet is paying off.
It does.
Their staff always seem really happy to be there, and the energy is really contagious.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so we've covered the brand image, the smart franchising, and this incredible hospitality. But honestly, we can't talk about Freddy's without talking about the food.
You're right, those Steakburger, the heart and soul of the Freddy's experience.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah.
Those thin, crispy patties
Yes.
with the perfectly seared edges. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
And they use 100% lean ground beef.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. And it's that classic smash patty style,
Yeah.
cooked to order, so it's fresh, you know?
Okay.
And we can't forget those shoestring fries.
Oh, yeah. The fries.
So crispy,
Yeah.
perfect for dipping.
Speaking of dipping,
Yeah.
have you tried the fry sauce?
Oh, of course, the fry sauce. I read this hilarious review online.
Yeah.
Someone said they would drive through a blizzard for the Freddy's fry sauce.
It is so good.
It's seriously addictive.
Yeah.
And that's another example of that Freddy's family touch.
Oh, yeah.
That sauce was actually created by Randy Simon himself.
Oh, wow.
And it's gotten so popular that you can even buy it in bottles now.
Oh, wow. Talk about a success story.
I know, right?
Okay. And then there's the frozen custard.
Yeah.
It's on a whole other level.
Yes, the frozen custard. That's what really sets them apart from like your average burger place.
Mm-hmm.
It's made with more egg yolks and butterfat than ice cream.
Oh, wow.
So that gives it that super rich, dense, and creamy texture.
I know. And they churn it fresh throughout the day.
Yeah.
So that's always perfectly smooth and flavorful.
That's right.
And they even have those, what are they called? Those concretes?
Yes, the concretes.
Which are like...
They're like these super thick milkshakes.
Yeah.
With all the toppings you could imagine, like blended right in.
Have you ever had one?
Oh, yeah. I've had my fair share of concretes.
Yeah.
They're classic.
So while the Steakburgers and the frozen custard are definitely the stars of the show,
Yeah, for sure.
they do have other stuff on the menu like Vienna hot dogs, chicken tenders, and cheese curds.
Right. There's something for everyone.
Yeah, there's definitely something for everybody. But the key takeaway here is that Freddy's does not cut corners.
Yeah, they really don't.
Their menu is carefully crafted
Yeah.
with all these quality ingredients.
Right.
And it's all made fresh to order.
Exactly.
And that makes a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference. And that attention to detail and that commitment to quality, that's what keeps people coming back for more.
Yeah.
And that kind of brings us to another big part of Freddy's success.
Okay.
Their reputation.
Right. People really do love the experience.
They do.
And the food, and they tell everyone.
Yeah, word of mouth marketing at its finest.
Exactly.
Tons of positive reviews online.
Mm-hmm.
And the buzz around Freddy's is really positive.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's not just like online hype either.
Yeah.
Their success is shown in the real world too.
Exactly.
There was even a story about a new location in Tennessee that had a drive-through line
Oh, wow.
with 129 cars in it at one point.
That's incredible.
Can you imagine?
And their closure rate is super low. Only 22 out of over 500 locations,
Right.
which really shows you how strong they are.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's pretty clear that Freddy's is doing a lot of things right.
Yeah.
They've got a strong brand image,
Mm-hmm.
a smart franchising strategy,
Yeah.
that commitment to hospitality,
Uh-huh.
a craveable menu,
For sure.
and a stellar reputation.
Yeah, it's like a recipe for success.
It really is.
But here's a question. Can Freddy's keep this going as they grow even bigger?
Mm-hmm.
Can they scale their culture
Right.
and this great customer experience
Yeah.
without losing that special something that makes them Freddy's?
Yeah, that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Like,
it is.
it's one thing to have a winning formula, you
Right.
know,
Right.
but can you replicate it on a larger scale?
Exactly. And that's a challenge that a lot of successful chains have faced, you
Yeah.
know? And it's interesting to think about Freddy's in the context of like the bigger fast food landscape.
Yeah.
They're trying to be this like higher quality alternative, you know, like a step up
Right.
from your typical burger joint.
Right. And that puts them in direct competition with those regional powerhouses,
Yeah.
you know, like Whataburger in Texas, in out in the Southwest.
Yeah.
And Culver's, which is big in the North.
Exactly. And those chains have got their own loyal fans
Oh,
and
yeah.
their own strength, you know?
Yeah.
But what's interesting to me is that in some of our past deep dives on those other chains,
Yeah.
we've actually seen comments from viewers saying that they prefer Freddy's.
Wow. That is a big statement.
I know.
It suggests that Freddy's is doing something right that connects with people across different regions and taste preferences.
Exactly.
It makes you wonder if they could become like a national powerhouse,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even challenging some of those regional favorites.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. And it seems like Freddy's has those national ambitions, you know? Their CEO has even talked about the Northeast as like their last frontier.
Wow.
So they're definitely thinking about widespread expansion.
The Northeast, that's a whole different ballgame.
It is.
It's got some big established players and a long history with fast food. It'll be interesting to see how they do there.
It really will. And there's even a chain called Friendly's in the Northeast that's been struggling lately.
Okay.
And some people have pointed out the similarities in their names and logos.
Right. Yeah.
So that could get interesting.
If Freddy starts opening up locations in the Northeast,
Yeah.
it could be seen as like a direct challenge to Friendly's. Almost like they're taking over, from one generation of comfort food to the next.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe Freddy's will be the new Friendly's.
Maybe. That would be pretty wild.
It would be.
But yeah, whether they make it in the Northeast or not, Freddy's has been growing a lot.
Yeah, they have.
And remember back in 2021, the original founders sold Freddy's.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
To a private equity firm.
Which can sometimes be a bad sign, right?
Yeah. Sometimes it can be.
Like when a brand you love gets bought, you worry they'll lose their way or start cutting corners.
Right.
Or change the things people love about them.
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
Yeah.
But so far, it doesn't seem to have slowed Freddy's down at all.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, actually, Randy Simon, one of the co-founders, he actually said that a big reason for selling was to grow even faster.
So they saw it as like a way to take things to the next level.
Exactly. And they have. 2023 was their biggest year, yet they added like almost 60 new restaurants.
Wow.
And get this, they even opened one at Busch Stadium in St. Louis,
Oh,
home of the Cardinal.
That is prime real estate.
I know, it's like getting your brand in front of tons of people.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not just about new restaurants.
Okay.
In 2024, they opened a massive training and innovation center.
Whoa.
It's like 23,000 square feet
Wow.
to support all their big growth plans.
That is a huge investment. That shows they're really serious about
Yeah.
keeping their standards high and looking towards the future.
For sure.
But back to their expansion, how much bigger are they trying to get?
Well, they have commitments from their current franchisees to open hundreds of new restaurants.
Wow.
And their ultimate goal is to reach 3,000 locations.
3,000.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's like
I know, it's 5 or 6 times bigger than they are now.
Wow. So yeah, if you don't have a Freddy's near you,
Yeah,
you probably will soon.
probably.
But with all this talk about growth and expansion, we have to talk about the potential problems they might face
Right.
as they get bigger.
You're totally right. Like, scaling any business is going to come with challenges.
Yeah.
Can they keep up their high standards for quality and service
Yeah.
as they get bigger?
Right. Will every new location have that same friendly hometown vibe that people love about Freddy's?
Exactly. Those are some important questions.
They are.
It's that classic problem.
Yeah.
Too much of a good thing
Right.
can sometimes ruin the things that made it great in the first place.
Yeah.
And we see that a lot with chains that grow fast. Consistency becomes a problem.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And their core values can get lost.
Right. It's like trying to capture lightning in a bottle.
It is.
That special Freddy's feeling when you walk in.
Yeah.
That sense of genuine hospitality and attention to detail.
Yeah.
Can they really bottle that up and send it out to
Right.
thousands of locations?
That's the challenge. But you also got to consider, if they do manage to pull it off,
Yeah.
if they can keep those core values as they grow, then that means more people get to experience
Right.
the good food and great service that Freddy's is known for.
That's true. More Freddy's could be good for the world.
Yeah.
And their focus on training and innovation shows that they're at least aware of these potential problems, and they're trying to deal with them.
Yeah, they're not just sitting back, they're
Yeah.
putting systems in place to make sure things are consistent
Right.
and the quality stays high as they grow. And they're also investing in research and development
Okay.
to stay ahead of the game and keep evolving. So it's not just about getting bigger for no reason. They have a plan,
Yeah.
and they're working hard to achieve it.
Exactly.
It'll be fascinating to see how it all plays out.
It really will. Freddy's is like a case study
Yeah.
in building a successful brand and dealing with fast growth.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's switch gears a little
Right.
and talk about what really makes Freddy's stand out from all the other fast food chains out there. Like, what makes them so unique and appealing?
Well, I think that old-fashioned Americana vibe we talked about earlier is huge.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like stepping back in time
It is.
when you walk into a Freddy's.
Right.
It's something they do on purpose, and it sets them apart from all those modern minimalist places you see a lot these days.
Yeah, you're right. It's almost like they're going against the trend.
Yeah.
They're not trying to be sleek or trendy.
Right.
They're all about nostalgia and comfort, and it works really well. The decor, the music, Even the uniforms all add to that feeling.
I think it taps into something deeper, you know?
Yeah.
Like in today's busy world, people want things to be familiar and comfortable.
Right.
And Freddy's offers a break from all that.
Yeah.
It's a reminder of when things were simpler.
Yes.
And life wasn't so complicated.
It's like a warm hug.
Yeah.
But in restaurant form.
Yeah, exactly. And that nostalgia.
Yeah.
It carries over to the menu too, you know?
Yes.
Steakburgers, shoestring fries, frozen custard. Those are all classic American comfort foods.
Exactly. They've stood the test of time.
They really have. It's not about fancy, trendy ingredients or complicated dishes at Freddy's.
No.
It's about simple food.
Yeah.
Done well, that people already know and love.
That's right.
And that focus on quality ingredients. That's another thing that makes them different.
Absolutely. They're not skimping on anything.
Yeah.
100% lean ground beef.
Right.
Fresh frozen custard.
Yeah.
Even the fry sauce is made from scratch.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the food itself. It's about how it's made and how it looks.
That's true. It's that attention to detail that sets them apart.
Yeah.
You can tell they care about the whole dining experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Every little thing.
And then you've got that commitment to hospitality, that genuine friendliness, and wanting to make people happy.
Right.
That goes a long way in making the experience really positive.
It does. You can't fake that.
No, you can't. It has to be real.
Yeah.
And Freddy's has figured out how to combine the speed of a fast food place with the warmth and personal touch of a local diner.
Yeah. It's a tough balance.
Yeah.
But they seem to have nailed it.
They really do.
It's a winning combination.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's a big part of their success, that quality nostalgia and real hospitality. Okay, we've talked a lot about Freddy's good points.
Yeah.
But no deep dive is complete without looking at the other side of things.
True.
Are there any areas where they could improve?
Yeah.
Or things they need to watch out for as they grow?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it's always good to look at things from different angles. One thing that comes to mind is menu fatigue. You know?
Okay.
Their course stuff is super popular.
Yeah.
But they might want to think about adding some new items or doing limited time offers to keep things fresh for their customers.
Especially as they move into new areas.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they might want to try some regional flavors or specialties to appeal to the locals.
Right. Adapting to those local tastes could be really important for them,
Yeah.
you know, as they move into new markets. And another thing they'll have to manage is their online presence and reputation as they get bigger.
Right.
You know, with more locations and more customers.
Yeah.
They're going to get more online reviews and feedback, both good and bad.
It's like they're playing in the big leagues now.
Yeah.
And stakes are way higher.
Right. They have to be really proactive about checking those channels. Yeah. Addressing concerns and keeping that good online image.
Right, because the online world changes so fast.
Yeah. It does.
They have to adapt and change their strategy
for sure.
as things evolve.
But, you know, overall, I think Freddy's is in a really good spot to keep succeeding.
Yeah.
They've got a strong base, you know, built on quality hospitality and that genuine care for their customers.
Yeah, they do. And they've got a clear plan for the future and the drive to make it happen. It's exciting to see a brand doing so many things right and really changing what's possible in the fast food world.
It's pretty inspiring.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you listening who are already Freddy's fans, we want to hear from you. What do you think they could do to make things even better for customers?
Right, like, are there any menu items you'd like to see? Or things about their service you think could be improved?
Yeah, tell us.
Don't be shy. Share your Freddy's hacks.
Right.
Your ideas for their menu.
Yeah.
Anything.
We want to hear it all.
Because we're going to put Freddy's up against their rivals.
Yeah. You know, this video essay we've been talking about, it compares them to other higher quality burger chains and things get interesting.
Yeah, they specifically mention Whataburger.
Okay.
In-N-Out Burger in Culver's.
Ooh.
All these chains have their own dedicated fans and their own unique strengths.
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate burger showdown.
Right. So for all you burger lovers out there,
which
one is king?
Right. Is it Freddy's with those thin and crispy steak burgers, the shoestring fries, and the creamy frozen custard?
Yeah.
Or are you team Whataburger with those giant customizable burgers that you can get any time of day or night?
Or maybe In-N-Out has won you over with their simple menu, that classic double-double.
Yeah.
And those secret animal-style fries.
Right. And don't forget Culver's with their butter burgers and their own amazing frozen custard.
Yeah. It's a tough choice. We want to hear your arguments,
Oh,
your burger manifestos.
Yes. Which one has the best combo of taste, quality, and overall experience?
Don't hold back. Let's hear it. And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, why not try them all and do your own taste tests?
Right. You never know. You might find a new favorite.
You might even switch teams.
You might. Okay, before we finish up this delicious deep dive, I wanted to mention something else that stood out to me from that video essay. Remember how Freddy's is all about frozen custard and Steakburgers? It's right there in the name.
Right, but they actually have a lot more than just those two things.
Right.
You know, they've got Vienna hot dogs, chicken tenders, cheese curds, all sorts of stuff to try.
Yeah, but I wonder if those other items kind of get overlooked, you know? Like, are people missing out on hidden gems because they're so focused on the main attractions?
That's something to think about. So for those of you who are Freddy's regulars, is there something on the menu you think deserves more love?
Right. Like a hidden gem that you wish more people knew about.
Tell us. We're always looking for new delicious things to try.
Well, I think we've covered pretty much everything there is to know.
Yeah, I think so.
About Freddy's frozen custard and Steakburgers.
We've gone deep.
We have. We've talked about their history, their growth strategy, their dedication to hospitality, their yummy menu.
The delicious menu.
And even their potential burger rivals.
Yes.
We've had some great debates along the way.
We have.
And hopefully we've given you a better understanding of what makes Freddy's so special and why they've become such a big deal in the fast food world.
For sure.
Now remember, this deep dive was just a starting point.
Right.
We encourage you to keep exploring Freddy's on your own, whether it's trying a new menu item, visiting a location in a different state, or just watching how they treat their customers.
Yeah, it's all about the experience.
Exactly. Maybe you'll become a Freddy's fanatic.
Yeah.
Or maybe you'll stick with your current burger champ. Either way, we hope you enjoyed this tasty journey.
Yeah, we did.
And as always, subscribe to our channel, like this video, and comment below.
Yeah, leave us your thoughts.
Let us know what you think.
And don't forget to check out the links in the description. You might find some useful stuff there. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.